Hello, hello. Hi, Sue. Hi, Angela. Good morning, Brioni. Hi, Trees. Hi, Sandy Kling. Hello, Miss Edie. Hi, Diane Dunkelman. Hi, Miss Donna Sue. Hi, Miss Linda. Good evening, Sharon. Hello, Wendy Martin. Thank you for sprinkling, Cheryl. He's something. I tell you what, he is something. Oh, he's so ornery. Hello, Helena. Hi, Kaylee girl. Hi, Helen. Hi, Donna. Ooh, he's attacking my face. Yeah, he is. That's exactly what he's doing. He's like, what is she? Wait till she's not quite started yet. I won't start messing with her yet. Hi, Kim Markellos. How are you? But he's ready. See? Here he comes. Here he comes. He's like assessing the situation to see what he can start bugging me. He's too much, y'all. He's too much. Hi, Lori. Thank you for sprinkling. What am I doing with this now? Is that for your phone? Chimney. So, yeah, he's something, I tell you. So he has been up early the last 2 mornings. You know how he gets crafty and gets hold of the schedule. Well, look at he's giving thumbs ups because of his thumb. Hi, Carol. So Trevor's been going to work a little bit later, which means that there's more of a chance of Troy waking up. So yesterday morning, he was awake and then he was like, oh, what's going on down here? So I ended up having to take him with me. I told Nick this morning, he's like, oh, I didn't even realize you took him. So I ended up having to take him with me yesterday. And then this morning, what do you know? He comes down the stairs and I'm like, oh no, he's gotten hip to, he knows that we're up a little bit later now. So it's not good. Hi, Teresa Cherry. Hi, Tina. Hello, Tina Blancett and Tina Roy. Okay, so here is our cutie patootie. I think it's called the Baby Shabby Chic Angel or something like that. It is in the store. Hi, Beth. But so yesterday we did a bunch of redesigned molds around her to close up the framing. She's an A4. So we use the Prima mold. I believe it's called Country Blossoms. I've washed it so much that I think it's something like that though. Anyways, now today we are going to paint the molds and then figure out what else to do to the frame. So let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know what you're up to, Troy, but I'm sure it's something. He's playing with his whiskers again. It's time to shave. He's got like widow whiskers that come right here and then like right here. So he's always like, you can always see when it's time for it to shave because he gets a little pokies. And it's only like 3 or 4 right here. And then he's got a little mustache. It's kind of funny. Okay. So we used Jovi clay yesterday. I'll turn it this way so we can see a little better. As I'm looking at it, because it's nice and dry, we did the mold yesterday. I did do 3 coats, like I said I would, of the Bear varnish. And then, no, get away from my transfers. What are you doing? No, you don't pull apart the paper. No, it's not funny. No, you can't have them. You cannot have these. I'm sorry. I give you everything else. You can't have these. Really and truly. I can't let you do that. Sorry. So anyways, we know that clay cracks. So what I will do usually is just look over it to see if there's any, any cracking. No! Joy, stop! If there's any cracking that I do not want to see. Usually, typically, it doesn't bother me. There is one deep crack right here at this flower that I want to fix. Troy, I don't mess with the transfers. What are you doing? What are you going to stick it on? Stop. Here, I'll give you some. Stop. What are you trying to stick it on? Stop, Troy. It's not funny. What? You guys, this is not right. He wants the transfers. No, that one's retired. Oh my God, what is wrong with this kid? Here's a butterfly. No, that one's retired too. Stop. Here, there's a butterfly. Oh, Troy, I'm serious. This is not even right. Okay, so I'm going to fix that crack right there. Oh my gosh. And all I'm going to do is take the Ranger Paste opaque matte that I always use. No! Troy, I'm serious. It's not funny. And then just like that, I'm just going to fill it in. I'm going to use my silicone brush. That's what it's called, is a silicone brush. I have them in all sizes, the little itty bitties, the pointed ones. I know I need all kind of things. No. Oh, sorry. See, because he's messing with me. I don't even realize what's happening. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, all I did was fill in this little crack right here with the, this is going to be a nightmare. All right. And then I'm just, like I said, usually this doesn't bother me. I'm only going through like where, like I don't want that flower to be cracked, but do I care? Like, some of the other crackings that's happening? No, it's just really personal preference. A lot of the times though, you guys know that when we do, clay, I don't even fix the cracks. Oh my goodness. So again, I really don't. I mean, other than that flower that was bugging me, I don't think I see anything else. Well, I may want to fix that. Now that's going to be where we connected. Oh, hi, Deborah. I know. Or call me or something. All right. Might as well. We've got a little bit on here. We might as well fix it. All right. So, and then what I really love about the paste is that as soon as I put it on is as soon as I'm ready to start painting, and, you can hit it with the heat gun a little bit, but I never find that it moves or doesn't, makes mud or paste or anything funny, when I'm doing it. So, all right, he's literally making a mess, and this is really... He thinks it's funny, and now it's getting to a point where it's not funny. You're going to get a whooping. Yeah, right. Okay, so what I was thinking is I didn't want, when we left yesterday, didn't want to do a lot of bright colors all the way around. What I was either thinking is that we pick up the color from the flowers, or we just do like a neutral color. And I'm really kind of leaning towards like the neutral. But I did bring out like because like we can mix the Bordeaux, whatever you want to call it. It's actually called if you guys see it. Everybody says it different. What does that say? Bourbon? It's supposed to say Bourdon. Oh, it does say Bourdon right there. Anyway, so we couldn't like knock that down and put that around, or we could just go neutral and do neutral way all the way around, and then do, obviously I'm going to do antiquing in all of the flowers, so that way we can pick up all of that amazing detail. But I don't know, what are you guys thinking? Hi Lisa, hi Connie. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should maybe do, and when I say like pick up the rose color, I would pick up like the very, very, very light color. I wouldn't pick up, like we wouldn't go straight in with that, because I think that's way too dark. But I don't know. I'm torn. I'm a little torn. I could go both ways, I think. But I don't know. Do you guys have any suggestions on if we should go with one or the other, or do you guys have a preference? Hi, Nancy Church. Neutral with a whip of extremely light pink on the pink on the flowers. Natural paint, you just do a blush of the rose. All right, so that's what we can do. And then we can always dry brush it a little bit with like a lighter pink. Troy, you're pulling my camera. Can you stop? Now you're starting to make it crazy, Troy. Now it's not funny anymore. Stop. All right. So let's do that. Let's mix. Let's lighten this up. So all I'm going to do is take a beige, and then the one I always use, the Falcon Brown, and we'll mix that and knock that down. And then we'll dry brush everything with a lighter color. Almost, I want to get to that color. And then we'll dry brush and then see what happens. So anyways, see this, I'm telling you, the schedule is not good right now. The way that this schedule is working. Okay, let me show you guys. I don't even know how this has happened. Hi, Sandy Cooper. Hi, Lucia. Hi, Rosie. All right. I always talk to you about, that just looks gross. I always talk to you about taking out the cardboard piece in your paints, in your heavy body gels, in your jars, period. In this, somehow I left this. Do you guys see how soggy that is? It's wet. And the reason why my finger is all painted is because I had to dig out. It was all like gummy up here. This is such a product killer. It shortens the life of your paints, of your glues, anything. I cannot stress enough how important it is to take that out of your paints, glues, whatever it is, because this cardboard draws the moisture from your product and it shortens the life of your paints, your glues, all of that. So if you ever wonder why it's gummy and wet, that's why it's gummy and wet, because it's pulling the moisture. So every now and again, I will find where I accidentally leave that in there, and it, yeah, it makes me sad, because like I said, we pay enough money for our paint all of our supplies, not just paint. We pay enough money for our supplies. The last thing we need is, you know, to have to throw them away and haven't even used them yet. So, hi, Jeanette. Thank you for sprinkling, Lisa. Thank you for spreading the chaos. Hi, Luann. All right. Yeah. So he's not getting off until 8:30 at night, and it's just crazy because obviously I can't leave Troy home because I would say most of the time Nick's awake, but he needs to start getting ready for work. He gets ready for work around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So, Troy could be running amok and doing all kind of things in the house by the time I get back home. So now the foil is fine. You can leave the foil. That's okay. I always leave the foil. But that cardboard piece, that is no. No. You definitely don't want to do that. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Hi, Lisa Hampton. Okay, that looks really gross that's under my nails. Ah! And it's even worse that it's on a baby wipe. It just looks, ugh. All right, so I'm going to take some of that and put that over there. We'll deal with that in a minute, and then I'm just going to take some of this and start seeing what we're going to do for this background over here. Now, I can already tell by mixing this that that's not going to be right. So hold on a minute. Okay. How is everybody doing today? What's your weather like today? It's been the days have been so pretty here. Like, it's perfect weather. The sun is out. Okay. 33 degrees Celsius. What is that, though? I have no idea on the conversion to that. All right, so the problem with when I was first mixing it is there's gray tones in this brown. And so that's why I brought out the earthy brown instead, because it wasn't giving me the right tone. Now the tone is fine. I just am trying to lighten it up just a little bit. 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my goodness. It's hot. Hot. Snowing in Ontario. 16 here, 10 colder where Mom is an hour away. Oh man, did you see Mom today? Or no, not today, Trace. Trace, do you have like certain days that you go? Or do you like, are you there like every Monday or is it just however often? Well, right now, I guess, however often the weather's permitting too. All right, so we're just going to get all of this kind of mixed up now so I don't have to deal with it in a minute. What are you buying? Hats? See, I really like that color, but I think we can even lighten it just a little bit more and then we'll be good. And menopause is no fun. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. The hot flashes are not. Hi, Cindy Truitt. I'm sorry, friend. I didn't even see you. Yeah, hot flashes are no fun in the summertime. All right, that should be good enough to be our more like rosier color. I'm good with that. It's good. It's good enough. All right, so let's get. Oh man, I just threw that in the wrong bag. Hold, please. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, you think that's funny, eh? Okay, let's now. Because we varnished her yesterday, with the 3, coats that I said I was going to do. I'm not going to go willy-nilly on her, but I'm not so worried about getting paint on her because I will be able to wipe it off. That was the whole purpose of making sure we varnished. Actually, do I want to use this kind of a brush? I almost feel... Ugh. Let me get one of my smaller. Because we got so much detail we got to get into here. I'm going to be smushing my brush all crazy. There we go. Okay, I'm good with that color. 58 in Oklahoma. Today, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and one other visit to go. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So as you can see, that is all up on that paper. I'm not worried so much about it being on the paper a little bit, but we will clean up, and you see it just, like I said, just the varnishing, it just, it helps because otherwise we're trying to be way too careful. And I will tell you that your decoupage glue, it's not going to give you enough to be able to wipe that off. You really do want to do some, some varnishing on there before, if you're going, unless you're trying to, intentionally put a halo around and you don't mind the paint going up on there, then you definitely, don't need to do that. But I'm good, Lisa. How are you? And again, I don't mind. So, I don't mind it if it's on the paper too much. But like right here, there's no paper. So even though it keeps wiping off right there, we'll get in there and fine tune all of the ones that are around the picture. I think what I'll do is just go ahead and worry about it afterwards, so I don't have to keep going and trying to clean it at the same time. There's going to be so much detail to get into because of all the molds that I'm not going to be too hard pressed if all of the clay isn't covered. We'll bring in some of that, you know, later on too, if we need to, some of the white beigey color. Because with all of the little details in here, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it all. We're going to definitely need to mix more of that color, which is fine. Just needed to get to the color first. Self-inflicted stress, is that what you said? Yeah. Oh, that's one way to get Onyx to move. So I don't have to have my feet so far back. Okay, I already see. Hi, Deb. How are you? You want your phone? Here. What was I doing? All right, let's take. Oh, boy. I think that's actually my mail lady. She's kind of late today. Oh, no, that's UPS, it sounds like. All right. Hi, Laura. Yeah. Stress is... Stress is not good. And, you know, I feel like it's a never-ending feeling sometimes. Sometimes when I don't know if you guys are like this, but sometimes when, like, I'm not stressed for whatever reason, and I'm, like, sitting there not doing anything, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know why, but I have that thought of, oh, boy, what's going to happen? Something's about to happen because, you know, usually things are not this calm. Instead of just enjoying not being stressed, you know, it's almost like self-sabotage sometimes. All right, there we go. Hopefully that'll get us through. I don't have to sit here and do this anymore. Oh, man, I keep missing the trash can. All right, let's try this again. Actually, we're not mixed really well, but I'm not doing, again, it's like the small stuff, right? I'm not going to have a heart attack if it's got some of the beiges and the other colors coming through. It's not that big of a deal. if you look at her, there's a bunch of colors, a bunch of different tones of the neutrals anyway, so it's fine. Hi, Miss Luca. All right, let's do this now. We'll get through this because, you know, all I really want to do is put on the antiquing gel and start all the good stuff. That's when you see it all come together, and that's like the most satisfying part. And obviously, this is why, you know, we don't paint right away when we're doing clay. Couldn't imagine trying to paint the clay and being this rough with it. I mean, in a pinch, you can paint right away, but it's not the best. Not your best option. That's how you lose the impressions of your molds. And I actually like this color. Right, I'm just going to turn it so I can see all of the spots that I missed over here. Hi, Trish. Oh, you're talking. Yeah, Sue was telling me yesterday that this mold was out at Micah Daughters, and I didn't get a chance to look to see if it was on Etsy or anything else. I didn't feel like this mold was that old, so I'm really surprised if you can't find it. Someone's got to have it, because I don't think I've had the mold that long. Where's two, and Prima rarely. I mean, they do some with their designers. Where it will be, golly, blah 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 blah, limited edition, but these weren't. Okay, I am noticing as I'm painting, right? It's hard for the paint to get down in the nooks and crannies of this. So I'm just going to, with it, the spritzer, I'm just going to spritz it a little bit. Now it will thin out the paint at the top, but it's going to make it so that it moves a little bit more, and it'll almost, I don't know how to explain it, but almost fall down. Obviously, if you wet something, that whole like dripping thing, right? So if you missed it, it'll let me get that paint down there. And I'm literally just misting it because you don't want to drench it by any means. And again, it will thin out the paint a little bit at the top, so you might notice that you'll have to go over it, you know, over the tops again. But at least you're not struggling so much, especially back in here in the nooks and crannies of it all. See, and then easy peasy, it's painted. So I don't know why I was trying to struggle so much. There we go. There we go. There we go. Again, I am just leaving kind of this for right now. Because then I'll just go around and wipe it all at one time when I'm cleaning up around the paper. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Are you warm, Lisa? Are you freezing? Okay, so same thing. I'm just going to kind of get the paint down on there, and then we'll go through And then just do a misting of it. And then let that paint kind of fall in there so I'm not working so hard. Much better. Oh my goodness. Have you guys watched on Netflix? It's called Night Watch. Is it Night Watch or do I have it backwards? Night Watch, I think it is. Night Watch. This is the second season. It just came out. Hi Nancy, how are you? I'm into the second season. You guys know I don't watch television very often, but there are a few shows on Netflix that I do watch. So the second season just came out. Oh, my accountant's child is come to study for his doctorate in Memphis University, and family is worried it's the first time laying home. Does anyone know the area? Does anybody know the area in Memphis? I know we have a lot of people that are in Tennessee. Is there anyone on that is in Memphis? I just looked in my Stacy. and I have a Country Blossom mold. Oh, Jackie. Loving Night. Is it Night Agent? Night Agent? I don't know. Night Watch, Night Agent, something like that. It was last season, right, where her aunt and uncle got killed, right? Is that the same one? You have to stay warm, Lisa. Virgin River. Finished up younger. It was pretty younger. Wait, I was trying to say somebody's name on here. I'm not sure who this is. Loving Jatique. Oh, Sue, don't give me a hard time. I don't know how to say that. I don't recognize your name. Welcome. If you are new to me, welcome. Please tell me where you're from. I'm in California. I know. We don't know what cold is. I know you guys think it's funny when Californians say, oh, it's so cold. All right, so for the most part, you can see it's all painted. It really helped getting that water and just spritzing it, so I'm not staying here forever trying to get the paint up in the back here. So now I am going to kind of go willy-nilly and paint. And all of that is getting on the paper, but because we varnished, I'm just going to go in and kind of take some of that away. Now, I'm going to have to still go in with a detail brush because obviously as I'm wiping the paint away, I'm going to wipe some of the paint off of the molds, like this front in here, which is fine. As long as I can get the bulk of it painted, then I don't mind going in and painting with a detail brush. So, and I do want like the little areas like that to show. So I'm going to get a precision brush and just go in there and clean that up. So we're going to go a little willy-nilly for a minute, and then we'll come in and with the detail and fix it. And I mean, you could just, instead of going over it so many times, you can just, you know, do whatever's easiest for you. Hi, Sandy Triplet. Night watch. Okay. Pauline. Yes. So night, I was so confused. Night watch or night agent? Anyways, I'm on the second season, and I think I'm on like the 7th one. So I'm pretty sure there's not too many more, but I was excited when I seen that it had, you know, another one out, because I feel like I watched the first season like a while ago. And you know, sometimes how Netflix puts them out and then you forget. And sometimes they don't even put out another season. That's another thing that bugs me, when I don't realize that season 1 was done in like 2022, right? And I'll watch it and I'm like, oh, I can't wait till season, 2. And then I'm thinking, oh, golly, if it hasn't been done yet. Okay, so for the most part, we've got the outside here painted. I'm going to clean up now the paper, and then I'm just going to go in with a little detail brush and then get the edges painted. Like I said, I'm not real worried about some of the paint on the paper, but regardless, we can wipe off whatever we don't want. And I do want, like, where, especially here at her wings, like up in here where the paper goes all the way back. Oh, I didn't even wipe off any of that down there. Good cuggly muggly. Well, that's... So all of this is dry down here. I obviously forgot to go back and wipe it, which is fine because it's still letting me get it off. So okay, let's just take a smaller detail brush now and get that painted so we can move on. So then after this, we will dry brush, and then, because I really do think that I think it's more like a rose color that we mix there. I think it's going to look pretty. Night Agent. Oh, welcome, Susan. I'm so glad to have you. I'm glad you stopped in. Hopefully you'll come back. If you are new to me, and you know, the ones who watch me are always probably can say this by heart, but I don't film in portrait, so that's why the screen is small. So if you'd like to turn your device, or if you cast or anything, then it'll be normal. I also do stream on YouTube at the same time. So if you do prefer to watch on YouTube, I am always, whenever I'm live here, I'm live on the tube and vice versa. So all right, so I'm just going to kind of go through here and clean up and paint these little edges. Hey, Nicole. Yes, I did put it on there. It's the mold. It's the redesign with Prima mold. It's this one, Country Blossom. So we did all of the clay work yesterday. And now we're back to paint and bring out all of the beautiful details. So we're going to do some antiquing, and then, well, next we're going to do a little bit of dry brushing with some of the rose color that is in the couple of flowers that are showing. And then I don't know, originally I had wanted to do something to her wings to possibly like make them kind of shiny, but we'll see, because I don't think now that the way that the picture is going that it's going to look right, but we'll see. All right, so as I'm painting, I am going to turn this kind of, again, I don't mind some of the white, but there's just too much. We're just gonna get rid of that. All right, let's go this way. So we measured that this is just one of the wood frames from Hobby Lobby. It's just shy of a 12 by 16. She is just a standard A4 rice paper. It is available in my shop. And then with the other, it's called Angel Baby. I think this one is the Angel Baby Shabby Chic one. And I think the other one is just called Angel Baby, but I can't remember. Did I miss April? Hi, April. If I missed you, I'm sorry. So for this color, I did mix the beige, the falcon brown, and some of the earthy brown. But I'm sure you probably can find. Again, with, molds that have so much detail like this, it's, kind of like when we're painting black. You're going to have to turn it all around, upside down and all around, because you're going to see spots that aren't painted. But as I did say in the beginning, I'm not going to worry about it too much, because I don't mind some of the white showing. I think that by the time we're done with all of the antiquing and whatnot, anyways, it will kind of fall in line with the picture. So oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you following. I know everybody says it, but really the ladies here are my family. They're amazing. And it's always a fun time. All right, we're almost there. What on earth did I just hear on the TV? I really hope you guys didn't hear that. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. So I was watching Night Agent, I guess is what we decided it was called, before I came over to get ready for the live. So I turned it off and I put it on just regular TV. So I didn't lose my spot. And I think it's that, what is that? Do you guys see that? I don't know, is it Bravo or something that it's on the channel, that 90-day, what is it, fiance or other way, or I know it rhymes or something. I think that's what's on there right now. And I could have swore she just said something that I really hope did not get picked up. Okay, let's dry this. There are a couple areas that I'm going to clean up a little bit, but for the most part, I think she looks so cute. Good morning, Nikki Hunter. What did my Cindy say? Cindy said something. Where did it go? I've been crafting for years and business is great. I crochet, sew, paint. I'm licensed chef. You're a licensed chef? Jack of all trades. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you. I also have a group called the Crafting Chaotics. I would love for you, or anybody who's not in there, to please join and share your work, whatever it is. Sewing, cooking, you are able to share whatever your hobbies are in there. But yeah, I'd love to see what some of your work is. Okay, so for the most part, I don't see any glaring white that's driving me nuts. I am going to kind of come around, and there are some spots that, like I said, I don't want. I want the paper to show. So right here, just a little. Not too worried about some of this. I think, yeah, the paper shows in through that little crack there. Thought there was one over here too. This one. That's pretty clean. Okay. It's good. Good enough. I don't like that. Let's blend that a little bit better. Okay. So now let's go ahead and take a little bit of this blushy rose color that we mixed up in the beginning. And we're just going to dry brush that in there. This is gonna keep happening. We're gonna keep seeing white. Again, I don't mind seeing it. I just don't want to see it like a crazy. It's gonna change anyways when we do antique it, so I need to quit and stop messing with it. All right, let's get some. So I am going to just take just one of the dry brushes that I always use. Those are in my Amazon store. Let's go ahead and get both of those out. Good night, Sharon. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Jackie. All right. So let's take now a shop towel. And I'm just going to, all right, I'm sure they got it. They got it. They got the point. And I'm just going to use some of the Waverly, the plaster. So that's what's in the pot that I'm going to keep kind of grabbing. All right. So we're going to take our dry brush and I'm going to work it as always into the bristles first. Oh, I don't think I wanted this first. Hold on. We don't want that first. I'm going to grab the blush first and then we'll do the Waverly plaster. So I'm just grabbing that blush color. I'm going to work that into my bristles first. All right, and then I'm going to tap off until my brush, as I'm rotating it, remember to always rotate. If you just tap one side, you naturally will rotate the brush in your hand when you're moving it. Then you're going to, if you don't rotate when you're tapping off, you're bound to get one side that's going to be really dark and then lay down too much paint. So I'm going to hold it pretty far back on that handle so that my pressure is not real heavy because I don't want to deposit a lot. Obviously, the closer you hold it to the bristles, the more deposit you will get. Can you get, come. Thank you. Just got back from food shopping. My stomach, can you guys hear my stomach? I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. Okay, so we're going to grab some again. I don't know if you can see, but we're just, it's very light. Again, we're just, wherever the brush hits is where the color is going to lie, which would be where your highlights would be, right? Okay, back up. You can't see anything that close. Back up. You can't see when you're so close. Back up. Okay, so we're just going to go back again. And I'll be honest, I thought this was going to be a little darker, but I'm okay with it like that. Obviously, I can make it darker if I hold it closer to the bristles and put more pressure, but I'm good with it like this. The reason why I was saying that I thought it was going to be darker is because I'm still planning to do the antiquing paste, but I was thinking that I needed the antiquing paste to knock this color back a little bit. But if anything, we can always reapply the blush color. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's what we have with the pink for right now. So before we go any further, I think we're going to, I was thinking about going in and using the brown antiquing gel to really highlight and bring out the accents in this. However, I'm almost thinking about doing both. I think we're going to go in with the brown, let that sink in there, and then come back with the white. I will show you. So antiquing gel is water-based. Hi, Judy. How are you? So you can use your antiquing gel right out of the pot, or you can mix it a little with water. That's totally up to you. We are, hi Cynthia Diane. Now, I am going to grab and have some baby wipes ready. And I'm going to grab some fluffy brushes because you guys know I don't like the goopies. And we're going to dip in, take some out. And then we're just going to give it just a little spray. I don't want to thin it out too much. And again, that's all up to you. How, how thin you make it. Now, remember, this is clay at the end of the day. Even though it's dried, it's clay at the end of the day. This is water-based. I'm making it even more liquidy. It's going to soak into these flowers. That's why I was thinking in the pot, I thought that pink was going to be a lot harsher than it was. So we'll probably end up having to go back in with that pink again. We'll see. More than likely we will. So we're going to go through and we're going to just kind of pounce that in there. And we'll see if we get enough shadowing from the brown or if I want to change it to Umbra. We'll see. So my brush is for the goopies, and I'm thinking I'm going to change it to the Umbra. Yeah, we're just going to change it to the Umbra. Because I want a darker shadow in there. You'll see the difference. Hi, Matt. How are you, Mary Casey? So this is the Umbra. And I don't mind that they're both on the plate, obviously. I'm just going to leave the other one there. And then I'm going to come just kind of right here and see. Can you guys even tell which one? I think I like So here is with just the brown, and here is the umber. I actually do think I like the darker better. Good. It's good. I'm doing good. Okay. And actually the pink is I won't go back over it. I'm quite happy with it. So I always use a fluffy brush if this is your first time. I don't like the I call it goopies, the puddles that it leaves. Because so you will always see me wipe it back and then wipe it back again. Because I just don't like for it to be down, you know, wherever, like in these crevices in, you know, here. I don't like there to be big puddles and goop down in there, and I can't get to it with my hand or the wipe. Plus I just like it to be even down there too and not, you know, look so streaky. But you got to remember, if you are using a fluffy, just to keep it clean. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. I think it just, you know, it sits down in there more and gives it a lot more depth than just the brown alone. Hi, Mrs. King. Yeah, it's redesigned with Prima Country Blossom. It's this one here. And because it is water-based, if when you're putting it on, you wanted to spray it on, you could definitely do that instead of spraying it on your plate. You can definitely, you know, spritz the product while it's on your surface as well. All right, let's get. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? So, do you see how it's real dark and it just is real kind of like goopy, and then when I'm moving it through with the brush, it just evens it out down here and doesn't make it look, I don't know, doesn't make it look like you put something on there and now it's almost like mud, if you will. Because I think it gives a very pretty effect, but then also it can look kind of strange too when all the goopies are down there. All right. Hi, Roxanne. Working late. All right. So again, I'm just going to, and usually I don't have to work that brush through there so many times, but because it's so much going on with the mold and so many spots for the gel to sit in, I just, you know, just making sure it looks good to me, but you do whatever you like. All right, let's wipe that off. I hear Troy's outside. Sounds like the pigeons. Sounds like the pigeons. See? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, bud? I see you. Hi, Lori. Thank you. All right. So we're just like I said, keep remembering to wipe off your blender. I see you, Troy. Come on. What are you doing out there? Silly. You got your Google Maps on outside? Are you lost? Can you guys hear him? It sounds like he's muffled. He's outside. All right. And I'm just trying to be careful as I'm doing this as well, that up here I'm wiping it back, because a lot of the times when I'm doing this, I forget to wipe up on the walls, and then it just takes more of me having to go in and clean it up later. I'm just going to kind of brush the other way. Oh, I like that a lot. And this is another reason why I said that I wasn't too worried about, you know, if I wasn't painting every bit of the flower, the mold, because with all the layers that we're putting on, the chances are that it's going to either blend or it's going to get some type of color on it from something, the gel, the wax, the paint. At some point, it's going to get color on it. So I'm not going to stress too much about, you know, getting it all off. That's funny. You know, because the house, this is a newer area, it's frustrating because whenever you try to Google my area, if you don't put in, because I live in a court, if you put in court and not, if you put in CT and not court, it takes you to the next town, same address, next town. And we've had a few, at least they called, but we've had a few folks that were coming over, you know, and they're like, I thought you lived in this city, but it's taking me to that city. I'm like, no, spell out the word. Don't put in the abbreviation, or it's vice versa. It's one of the two. Also, up until the other day, and that's because the person that came over to deliver the groceries, the Instacart person, told me, up until the other day, we didn't even have our house on, it literally just showed the lots. It didn't have any houses or anything yet. And so, and that was another problem that was hard for the delivery people to find us, because it was literally, and it's a shot from back there this way, which you can't even get to that road. You got to go out and all the way back in. So it's just funny because the Google car was out here. I seen him, but I didn't even think that he would be doing this area. So thankfully, I think we now have a picture. But it still goes to the wrong town if you abbreviate it. All right. You will use a lot of wipes. Maybe. Who knows with him, Mary Casey. Hi, Brenda. Okay. And then we only have just this little bit. And we'll be done with this. And then we can... I swear, they do some weird things on this channel. I can just hear the people on there keep making weird noises. I am going to spray my little blender. And I'm going to wipe it off. And then I actually need to fix, there we go, that corner over there. All right, let's wipe this back. And I do find it easier when you do work in sections. I feel like if you try to do kind of a really big area, I don't know, just in my experience, it just takes a little bit more to, you know, work the product off. That's awesome, Stacy. That is amazing. Stacy, please tell me that you got that issue fixed with your heat. Oh my gosh. Just so pretty. All right, let me turn it this way. So this part right here is where we did just the brown. So, well, right here. Didn't do all of this yet, but so we'll go back over that, and then we'll be done with the antiquing. And I was going to go in with the white, but as I'm sitting here going through this, we are going to bring a white into this, but I think we're just going to do, it's something different. Hi, Liz. Okay, so I'm going to wipe back this last little edge here. Hi, Phyllis. And then let's clean that up. Then our last round of goopies. Okay. I think we are good. Okay. I think we're good. I'm going to go with a clean wipe and just go over all of the top. Oh my goodness. All right, now. So cute. Just her face is so sweet. All right, now let's go ahead and take our, where did it go? Did I cover it? I did cover it. Okay. So we're just going to go around really quickly with that blush one more time. And we're just literally just going to hit it very quickly. I'm not going to go in with as much detail as I did the first time. Ha. Good afternoon, Catherine. Wow. Well, just stay on him, please, Stacy. But wow. So he couldn't. I'm glad he at least got it running. But you need to stay on him and absolutely not let him get away with that. And I might even call them and say, like, yeah, he got it on, but, you know. He needs to come fix it. Same thing. We're just coming around literally and we're not trying to hit as much as we did the first time. We're just going in with one more layer. Wherever the brush picks up. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love it. All right. Now we're going to go in with the white. Okay. And kind of like what we just did with the, actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to change it to a lot smaller of a brush. Kind of like what we did when we were coming around with this second round of the blush where I'm not trying to hit as much. It's going to be same thing with the white. So this is a clean brush. So I'm going to work it into the bristles first, as always, rotating the brush as I'm working it in. Then I'm going to come back in, and then we're going to just stamp it all off. See, like something on the rim there. All right, again, when my brush is stamping pretty well to nothing. Now, this is where I am going to focus and make sure I'm all the way at the end of it. And I'm literally now just going to flick. So if you could, well, you could see it up that high, but I'll bring you down for a minute. You can see we're just going to flick it. And we're not trying to cover the pink. We're just trying to add literally the white to it. So just another layer. All right, now you got to back up. Thank you. All right. So we're not covering the pink. We're just kind of adding another color for a little more dimension on there. All right, same thing. I'm going to rotate and thank you, Marilyn. No, it isn't funny at all. And the fact that he just kept thinking he can do that was, I think you still need to call the code officer. Oh, hi, Tina. Yeah, I think he needs to be fined or something needs to happen to him. Like, you need to get rent back, something. Like, he can't just have blown you off all this time. And now that somebody's calling, he decides he's going to do something. And then at a bare minimum. And like you said, it's been freezing. Seriously? Okay. Can you guys see now? We've got some of that white going back in there. So it just almost just gives that little something. All right. So now before we do anything, we kind of have to figure out do we think that something needs to be up around the outside? I don't know that I want anything with too much detail, as in like a trim or anything like that, because I don't want to have like ornate swirls or anything like that on the outside. But I'm almost wondering if we should put like pearls out here. I feel like pearls would be pretty for her. But I also feel that we need to kind of be careful because it's got to be the right color that goes around her. All right, so I am going to give her a little bit of shine out here. We're going to go in with the apricot or peach, whichever you like to refer it to by. And this is the chameleon wax. I did bring this into the store. Oh, no, you absolutely are not at fault. He very much so took advantage of you. Ugh. Okay. So come. This is going to be very subtle, but it's going to just put some shine on the petals now. And it almost, well, because it is the chameleon, it's going to bring out that pink. So again, we're just going to kind of come around And we're not going to do a whole lot of this. We're going to come in with the peach first. I am going to keep popping it into the lid because I don't want any big clumps. So just here and there. And then we'll go in with a little bit of the chameleon varnish in gold and do the same thing. Just layer, layer, layer. So this one is going to take the blush color that we have in there and give it a little shine. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing with the chameleon varnish. The chameleon wax in white gold. The same thing. Gonna work that into the lid because I don't want a lot or a big clump of it. And the same thing, we're gonna go around them again. Oh yeah, see? And now this is going to again bring in shine again, but it's just now we're going to have a little bit different. This is gonna have the little bit of gold. But again, very subtle. Joanne, thank you so much for the stars. Hi, Leah. So good to see you. Flat back pearls. And we're not trying to hit every one. It just did something that I really liked. I'm going to make it. I actually like when the gold is kind of hitting the actual backboard there. Yeah, don't let him off the hook, Stacy. By any means. Because he was not thinking you were going to do anything. Okay, I'm actually, like I said, I really liked how, so we're going to come in intentionally and do this. And I grabbed the lid. We're going to come in where there isn't anything, and we're just going to hit it ever so softly on the board. Okay. I like it. Yeah, it's really, thank you, Phyllis. It's really pretty. Adding it to the board just directly to it is, but it's got to come up on the flowers as well, so then it doesn't look like it's just on the board standing out. I'm just going back with the pink or the peach. Because then now it kind of looks like the actual halo around her is glowing, which is perfect. Okay. I like it. So are we thinking that nothing up on the outside? Nothing out here? Because if we're saying nothing out here, I need to at least go through with some of the waxes. Thank you, Betty, for spreading the chaos. If we put a stencil out here, I don't know. What stencil are we going to put out here? We need some ideas of stencils then. What kind of stencil would we put? Because that's what originally I wanted to do was it would have been really pretty. I think it would be really pretty to do some type of stencil up on the edge here. But then, because there's so much going on in there, I also don't want to take away from what's going on in here and start putting a lot of detail out there. I'm torn. Perfect as is. That's what I that's what I'm worried about, Mary Casey, is detracting from what's going on in here. So I think if anything happens, because we cannot just leave it unfinished. So what we are going to do then is, because it would look very funny unfinished, and there's a lot of, you know, different things going on out here on because of the way that the wood is. So we're going to add, I don't know if you guys can even see, but we're going to add some of that. Oh, you can see it like that, can you? We're going to add some of the waxes up on the edges, so that way there's some kind of something that's happening out here. Oh, I like it because it's also picking up the flat edge on the inside, and I like that it's giving, so then it gives her like a rim of the sparkle out there, the chameleon. So then there's the same layers that are on the flowers that'll be around it. And then I'll also do the sides too. I'll have to paint the side of it as well. Oh yeah, I think that looks really good. All right, so that's our peach. And we're just going to use the same brush. And we're going to go in with the white gold and do the same thing. So on this way, I'm coming this way, and the angle is that way. So this way, that way. So I'm actually going to change it so that the angle is going the opposite way. So almost, you know, hashes. Oh my goodness. I wish you guys could see. So these hashes, why are those hashes going that way? Well, let me go this way. Right? And then last side over here. Feel like that. Unless it changed halfway there. Oh, yeah. I'm actually happy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it needed a little something. It couldn't have just been just plain. I don't know. There you go. You guys can kind of see that there's color here and there. But it just needed something, and I'm just going to kind of knock off any, because whenever you go over edges, it's bound to, you know. It's so pretty. All right, so we're almost done. The only thing that I would do now is just go over all of that in varnish, which is going to be absolutely gorgeous, because then that's going to all sparkle. I mean, it's all going to be shiny. So, and I'm not going to change the varnish, because that's what we've been using, or what I've been using. Ooh, these are open. Well, that one was. All right. So let's take, and I will show you what this is going to look like. I am going to run over it really quickly, just to make sure that anything is dry. I love her too. Wait till you guys see the flowers all varnished, and then I'll hold it all up. So the only thing, like I said, is I'm going to go around the outside, and I will paint it that same brown, and then I will also go in with the chameleon varnish around the outer edge. But for now, and I usually always seal it off camera, but I want you guys to see how beautiful this is all going to look when they are all shiny. And I won't sing, don't worry. I would not do that to you. So, of course, because there's a bunch of detail. Since really, if you don't like the gloss and you want to leave it half matte, half not, you know, it's all, again, personal preference. But as you see the varnish dry, and it all changes, it's just, ugh. Like I said, once you get, especially on molds, when I've used this varnish, once you get the third coat on, I almost feel like there's like a resin on top of it because of how shiny it is. What the heck? Colleen! Hi, Colleen. Thank you so much for the stars. Holy guacamole. Hi, Diane Newman. How are you? Hi, Darlene. So the flowers that I'm using are the Prima, the redesign with Prima, and they're called Country Blossom. My gosh, Colleen. I know, Stacy. Doesn't she just have, you just want to like squeeze her. Just want to hug her. She's so sweet. All right, so obviously these are not the ideal things to paint, but just work all of that gloss out, because it will be so worth it. Like I said, when you see the shine of it, it really just gives a look of that resin. I don't know if you guys have been able to hear through the whole entire live. Troy has been rolling around the landscape garbage can back and forth out there in front of the window. I don't know if he's acting like he's like, you know, doing something out there. I have no clue, but he's been walking back and forth. It's kind of funny. Oh, it was on sale? Stacy, I'm so used to holding up the lid because of Pentart. This is the, you can only get it at Home Depot because it's bare. So it's the bare gloss, and it's the water-based polyurethane gloss. It says on there fast drying. I will show you. But this is the besides the Pentart glosses or varnishes, I should say, this is my, like, I probably will say this is my favorite gloss of any that I use. The next one would be the solvent base, the clear, but the solvent. But you guys know that smell drives me bananas. And I use that, of course, have to use it when we fine line. But it is not one that is my go-to where I just like to pick it up and use it whenever I want this shine. This one by far is my favorite. And just like what's on her, once you get that third coat on, it's just, and you don't have to put that many. I do recommend at least 2, but, you know, put one on, walk away for like 45 minutes, let it dry naturally. Don't heat it with the heat gun unless you're on a live and you have to. Walk away and then come back, do another layer. And then if you're me, I come back and do one more again after that. And, oh, telling you, it will be your favorite. I have anybody that has used it, because I've like talked about it, has never come back and been like, it's all right. I've never had anybody not fall in love with it. But it is a Bear. It is by Bear, and Home Depot is the only one that carries Bear, so you would have to go to Home Depot. But you can also order it online. You guys know I don't like going into the stores. Hi, Kathy. How are you? It's the one that I use. I've given you the name a few times, Deborah. It's that same one. All right. So we're just going to kind of make sure all of the, because it does dry transparent, and just like what we say about the, you know, heavy body gel, just because it dries transparent doesn't mean you don't want to work it out, because then you just have a transparent blob. You don't want that. So that is our first. This kid, he's sweeping out there. Silly goose. That push broom is bigger than he is. Okay, I'm just going to go quickly around the tops. And then I'll hold it up for you guys and show you. Again, I will go and paint these sides and Yes. So that solvent base by Pentart gives you that look too. But that one, two things. It takes longer to dry because it's solvent. It takes longer to dry. And it's got the smell like no other. And I'm not talking about the antique solvent base. I'm talking about this one. This one has that solvent pungent smell. It is, you have to absolutely must open a window or have a fan on. You don't want to just open that up, especially if you're sensitive to smells or you get migraines or anything like that. You just always make sure to have good ventilation. All right, so that is the first coat. Like I said, I will come back and do one more, but let me show you. Hi, Sharon. Yes, I'm going to hold it up for you. I'm so used to, Pentart, I can show you the tops, right? But I can't show you the top on this. So let me make sure. So there you go. If you guys want to take a picture of it. All right. So let me hold it up for you. And again, I will do two more coats, but look at her. Isn't she pretty? And all of that will dry transparent, but oh my gosh, her sweet little face. And then I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see the wax. Well, it's got a white cast because the varnish is drying. But so we just have the wax hash marks on the outside. Hi, my Mara. So once all of the gloss dries, that'll go transparent. But she's just got just the sweetest face. And I really don't want, I think if we would have put like a trim up around the outside, it would have taken away from all of the molds and whatnot. So I'm going to put a couple, I don't know, probably, she's already got 4 now coats on top of her. I'll put just a couple more, but I will paint the outsides, but thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with her. She's pretty. Remember, we have the other one, so maybe she needs the matching. The other one, though, I think she's a baby angel too, but I think her background is black because I remember this one is the shabby chic one. I don't know. It's in the store, in my store. I think this one is 0111 and the other one is 0113. But anyhow, alrighty, y'all. I hope you have a fantabulous rest of your Tuesday. Tomorrow is hump day. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I'm thinking I got to pull out some silver and maybe we'll do something silver, but that can change anyhow. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.